What's up, Podcast Nation? Welcome back to Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler from Until We Agree.
Sunday.
It's Monday, but you get the point, and you're probably listening on a Tuesday analytically. Welcome back, by the way. We're happy to have you. I'll tell you what, I had a long day today. That was about all I had left in me. So why don't we just throw it to Hutch?
Oh, let's just wrap it up.
You know what it is now. Boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Okay.
Man.
What did you do today? What could you have possibly done today that has worn you out?
Well, I'll tell you what, I went to work.
Yep. As you do every day.
Well, today was special. I went to work and then went home.
No, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, me and you are different. I work hard for a living, and you slack off, so
Right.
you wouldn't get it. But yeah,
Well,
I have a
I
long...
did hear
Oh,
you threw a party yesterday, so maybe that's why. Maybe it's a little lingering effect of your party you
yeah,
threw.
maybe I'm a little tuckered out. That's a good point. Yeah, Super Bowl. I think that might be a talking
Not
point
so super.
for us today. Yeah. From what I've taken away from it was the game not super, Patrick Mahomes not super, Kendrick Lamar not super.
I want to know what you think about it. Hold on, let's talk about the game first. Let's get this out of the way because the game itself obviously sucked. Nobody cares about that.
Okay.
Because the teams are unlikable.
So what are we
Jalen
talking?
Hurts is
Okay,
handsome.
but what are we talking about then? You say you want to talk about the game?
Hold on,
Okay,
bro. Hold
sorry.
on, bro. Let me get there. Maybe I can get there and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, take your time.
Well, I was trying to, but then you interrupted me rudely.
No, we have all the time in the world. And be sure to leave plenty of empty air so I can cut out plenty of empty air. I love doing that for my Monday nights. Anyways, keep going.
Okay, I will.
Bro, don't do it. Stop.
It can't be empty if
Bro,
you keep interrupting.
Even as a joke, but because you know that was too long. Even as a joke, don't do it because it wastes my time.
All right.
Precious, by the way.
Okay, here we go. So, as we know, the Super Bowl was last night.
Yes, we know that.
I'm counting 2 seconds in between each pause. By the way.
Stop.
No, okay, I'm done. I'm done. The game was boring, right? Like, it was a blowout from the start. It wasn't fun to watch. And so I was thinking, oh, commercials will save it, I guess, because, like, at least there's that when the game sucks. I can't remember a single commercial. Like, I don't think this might have been the worst year of commercials that I've ever seen.
And
I'm not one that, like, watches for the commercials, but I like them, and there wasn't a good one there.
I'll be honest, I don't dial in for the commercials when I'm at like a Super Bowl party. I haven't really seen a commercial in a while.
Right.
So
It's yeah. How many people were at your party?
We'll call it 13 and a half.
And did you? Okay.
The half
That must be a baby.
Yeah, the half was a baby.
Okay. Did you throw it or did you go somewhere else?
Bro, hosted, domesticated.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you make? What
Well,
were your snacks of choice?
we collectively, me and my fiance Brittany and my roommate Daniel. Daniel helped by making brownies and then buying water bottles, which was really nice of him to do. And then Brittany and Matt made everything else. That's not true. People brought sides and everything, but we kind of held on to the entrees. Those Hawaiian rolls with like the ham sandwich Hawaiian rolls that you like make a bunch at once with, and like everything's melted together. We had those. You may not know what I'm talking about.
I've had this before, right? You know where?
Yes, my mom's recipe. We
Yes.
took it straight from her. That was the one and only time Tyler ever ate at my parents' house, even though they invited him to stay and eat dinner. 3 times a week? Never once stayed.
I would never impose.
And even this time, what happened was she tricked you. She said that she made cookies, but actually she made lunch and cookies. So we went downstairs thinking we were just getting cookies. I was thrilled because I didn't have to make lunch that day, and you had to eat lunch with us, which was crazy. She got you good there. But yeah, no, we had those. We had little piggy in a blanket. Never heard of it. Which this was crazy. Did not know this. Did you know pigs in a blanket? It's not a hot dog in the blanket.
What do you mean?
I always thought it was just chopped up hot dogs, but it's not. It's a Vienna sausage or something. Does that sound right? Does that sound? It's like its own standalone item. It's not just big wiener cut into little wieners.
Okay.
And then what else? Oh, then Brittany, I don't want to take any credit for
I'm
this.
sorry. That's what you took away from last night, though. Like, that's one of the main takeaways from last night for you was that.
Bro, I told you I didn't see the commercials, and the game wasn't great anyways either. Yeah,
so that's just what you were learning.
So funny. You know what we do on
this?
No,
what's really
we're
funny,
trying to learn.
What's
we like
really
to learn.
Funny,
okay, go
what's
ahead.
What's really funny is you're a self-proclaimed foodie on this podcast, and that's what you come away with is that pigs in a blanket isn't really just hot dogs.
Bro, because I'm a foodie. I'm not eating children's food like pigs in a blanket every day. And then
that's so funny to learn that as a foodie.
Dude,
like that's something that foodies, I feel like the knowledge they're born with.
It's a journey I'm on, and that's okay. The other thing that we made was, well, I say we. I don't want any credit for this because Brittany did it all by herself because I thought it smelled bad when we were making it, and I was kind of scared of it. But she did a great job with it. Buffalo chicken dip, which is stinky to make, but it turned out really well. And that was the one thing that was empty by the end of the night because you make a bunch.
Wow.
You make a bunch of food, then people bring a bunch of food, and so like nothing really gets finished. The buffalo chicken dip was finished, so that was great. And then I got us some cupcakes with football rings on top, and that was what we did. And then people showed up and brought their stuff too, and it was a great spread. But yeah, so the party was great. The game, it literally multiple times I had to check back into the game just to see if something was happening because it was so boring. There was literally one exciting moment in the entire game, and it was on that pick six early in the game. But after that, the game was over. Like there was nothing interesting to watch after that point. And so like I would be like talking to friends and stuff. I haven't seen some of these friends I haven't seen in a few weeks or months. And I was like, oh, great to catch up. Did not care about the game at all because there was nothing captivating about the game. It was a matchup, and the NFL needs to stop rigging their events to get Taylor Swift on TV because it was a matchup that nobody asked for, and then it wasn't fun in the end. So I don't want to blame our queen Taylor Swift because this is not her fault, but the NFL needs to figure out what people actually want to see, and people want to see something else. I think they're tired of seeing the same thing.
I know what they want to see because Patrick Mahomes played like generationally bad, right?
Yeah.
And you know who I think could have played better than Patrick Mahomes?
Me, probably. Good quarterback.
You or I. Yeah. I think you put us in the backfield. Honestly, I like our chances. You at quarterback, and I'll take the running back position. And it doesn't matter how many Eagles are coming our way. I think we move the chains.
Let's think about this just for instance. Patrick Mahomes, when the game mattered, because in the second half he got some stats because no one was playing besides him at the end of the game. But when the game mattered, he was at one point while the game was still close, he was 5 for 12 with 24 yards and 2 interceptions. At the very, very least, I'm not doing that. Like
right. I'm not throwing interceptions.
Yeah,
I might not throw the ball, but I'm not throwing interceptions.
I could guarantee you I'm not throwing an interception in the Super Bowl. Am I getting sacked and fumbling? Potentially. But I'm gonna preserve myself, and at the very least I'm gonna hand it off to my running back, you, and let you take care of business.
Fumble.
At the very least, we're not giving up pick sixes and turnovers all the time.
No.
If you tell us,
it'd be embarrassing.
What would have happened if we were playing that game is the game was actually gonna be closer at halftime than what it was when someone was trying to make plays happen. We would not be trying to make plays happen.
Too.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we're playing both ways. So
that feels like we're hurting the team at that point. I think defensively we would struggle. If you want to stand in the gap while Saquon Barkley is running down your teeth, by all means feel free to do so. I'm not gonna participate.
Can I just be a 12? Like maybe they'd allow us to be like a 12th and 13th.
Oh,
12th and field at a single time. Just like a little roadblock for him.
No, that would be fun.
Just run over.
Yeah, no, I think that would be fine. And I think at that point, again, we're not hurting. That's the thing is people like Patrick Mahomes want to be heroes. You don't need to be a hero all the time. Sometimes you just need to play the game the right way. Scurrying. And for what? Just chill out, dude. It was honestly embarrassing to see him try so hard. It was like, you remember like in gym class in middle school where there was one guy who was trying a little bit too hard? That was Patrick Mahomes last night. And like that goes on your reputation. Like people don't forget that. You could be the coolest guy in the world, and then the one day you get in an argument playing volleyball in gym class, your reputation's shot. Like you're no longer a cool guy anymore. You're a guy who cares too much about gym volleyball, and that ruins your socioeconomic climb.
That was, if I'm not mistaken, that was you in badminton, right?
I don't I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
I think you do.
But here's the difference between that and me. I was really, really good at badminton, generationally good. And so if you're generationally good at something,
so you weren't even
different.
trying, but it looked like you were right.
Yeah, exactly.
You were just sweating, and it was like people were like, "Hey, could you please take it easy? We don't care about this."
Yeah,
and we were just pounding it in their face.
And it was first period, and I didn't bring a change of clothes, so I had to whatever I had left on.
I made
that day.
I made that mistake in gym class. Like I would not really. But I'm also not a sweaty person.
To be honest, it wasn't even a mistake. It was intentional. I did not know.
You didn't care, did you?
I didn't know this. I didn't know the stakes. I didn't understand.
Yeah, sure. But
look at me now.
I would imagine you're not a sweaty person either. But
not really, no.
So that's the game. Whatever. I want to hear your thoughts on the halftime performance of Mr. Kendrick Lamar.
Here's the thing. I thought it was exactly what I thought it would be. It was not a standard halftime show.
Right.
He made fun of Drake.
Yes.
And he did Humble.
Okay. Yes.
So
those are 3 things he did.
Yeah. So it hit all the marks that I needed it to hit. I know, and like, here's the thing. I know there were statements being made and there was allusions of things I would never begin to understand because I haven't done the research. But I bet that this was one of the few halftime shows that was. It felt like it was just for his people. It wasn't for America.
Now, what does that mean?
His people, like his fans. Don't make it one of those things. What I mean is like people like,
it's just
like you,
the
for
way
example,
you said it was.
And there was one of you.
Maybe you could just say fans because the way you said that made me feel uncomfortable. But I hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, his people meaning his fans, people like you, and there was someone at our party who had all the background knowledge too, and it felt like I was listening to you on the podcast explain it to his wife what was going on. Which I didn't really listen to it because I tuned out because I said, I want Tyler to give me the rundown. So I don't know exactly what he was talking about, but I heard him talking about Drake and I was like, this guy knows a thing or two. But yeah. So I know that's what it felt like to me as someone who doesn't listen to his music was he was trying to make a statement to, first of all, America and then second of all, Drake.
Yes. So, okay. I can't believe I'm about to say this. You have a rational take on this halftime show though, because some people online are acting like it was, and some people where I watched it acted like it didn't make sense and it wasn't very good because they were expecting it to be like, halftime show, like Bruno Mars out there dancing,
right,
hitting the nene, and hitting those high notes, which that's just if you were expecting that, you set yourself up for disappointment because like that's not what he's doing.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, to just kind of get us back on our roles in this podcast, do you want to hear my Steve Urkel impression?
Okay,
that?
Yeah. So that's because, and if you're not, we have to explain too much when you do that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Family Matters was Drake's track, and yeah. Okay, so there's the connection. Anyways, so yeah, I liked it. It was the best halftime show in a while because I couldn't even remember who last year's was. I had to look it up. Do you remember?
Bro, it's been a rap heavy couple of years from what I remember. It was.
You'd think so. What was it?
Well, it was last year Dr. Dre? No, last year was Usher. Last year was Usher.
Yeah.
Usher, Dr. Dre, and then Usher. No, Dr. Dre was 4 years ago. 3 years ago, it was a lady, I think.
A lady, okay.
Oh, Rihanna. She was pregnant. Yes.
Yeah.
And then so I do remember like they've been on a rap. They've kind of been on a rap hip hop kind of kick.
Yeah. So I couldn't even remember last year because Usher sucks, and I have no problem saying that.
Yeah.
But Rihanna's good. That's great. But people were also...
The problem with Rihanna was she was so pregnant, it kind of took away from the, like...
It was a bit of an anchor baby situation.
She wasn't at her peak.
Not in the way that you normally hear that, but the baby was weighing her down.
I actually don't know what that means.
Anchor baby's like when you come to America to have a child, so you become a citizen.
Oh, anchor down. Okay.
Yeah, anchor down.
And I hardly know her.
Yes, and you hardly know her. So... Other than that, I don't have that much to say other than
can I ask about him saying Drake's name? What is the implication of that?
I was about to say, so yeah, he performed Not Like Us, which he diabolical smile saying Drake's name, and then everybody in the building doing like the hands a foot away from the floor, like I hear you like I'm young, which is just disgusting.
And well, the peak when everyone said A minor out like that, it was so loud. I've never been able to hear the audience on a Super Bowl performance before, except for that
I
moment.
will say some of those I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure that it was loud, but I don't know how reliable that is. I do think they pump in.
Oh, you're saying
noise.
that was artificial.
I do think
artificial
that the crowd was loud for that part. I would expect that, but they also so SZA was lip syncing. I don't know if you caught that. It's pretty clear.
No,
she sounded like way too good. And it was like clearly auto-tuned, but like nobody cared about that. And then Kendrick Lamar in the song with SZA was also lip syncing because he has like a little sing-songy part of that song in Luther. And so,
and you're saying this is the best halftime performance you've seen in a long time. He's not even singing.
Probably. Well, no, but the rest of the rap part was him. But it was just that one little bit. But the rest of well, I didn't like Usher, and then the other one was good, and then I really like the Dr. Dre one, but Kendrick was also in that one.
You know what was a huge tease was it Maroon 5 who kept teasing that SpongeBob would come out and do his song from the Bubble Bowl, and then all that happened was like they danced, like the
animation.
It was just like the scene from the episode, like them dancing before going out.
Now you thought SpongeBob, the animated character, was going to come out on the stage?
Yes. Bro, he calls
I
football.
I think that's on you.
He calls football games with former Detroit Lion Nate Burleson on Nickelodeon now.
If that happened,
that's a thing that happened.
That happened. Also, how did they do that? Does the actor?
Bro, yes, actors.
The actor spends that much time calling football games?
Yes, like any other person who calls football games, they just become.
What does SpongeBob know about football?
What do you think the voice of SpongeBob is super busy all the time? Like, I don't think he does anything else besides voice SpongeBob. He has time to watch.
There's thousands of episodes.
They don't film them all at once, Tyler.
They're live.
Is this the joke you want to commit to?
I used to think that TV was all live, and I used to wonder what they did during the commercial break.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense for you.
You did too.
And guess some TV was live, and they did just kind of sit around during commercial breaks. The news,
like Saturday Night Live,
Night Live, sports,
sports.
There are, for instances.
Okay, we're getting off track because did you notice Serena Williams was dancing during the performance?
Yeah, and so I did learn I had no idea she used to date Drake. When did that even happen?
I learned that last night too, 2011. So
crazy. She
dated Drake. Now the controversy was that. So what she was? Do you know what the dance she was doing is called?
I heard she was crip walking.
Say it again.
Crip walking.
Yeah. So that's what she was doing. Now the tea I heard, and it's kind of sad, is that her sister was killed in a gang-related shooting or something like that.
What?
Not
another sister.
Another sister.
Dude, I thought you were like breaking news, like heartbreaking news on
Not
podcast.
Venus, not Venus.
Jeez,
not Venus.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Or maybe cousin? I should look this up. I feel like this is important.
No, yeah, you sound really well informed right now.
No, it's her sister. It was her other sister.
Wow.
So yeah, in Compton, which is where Kendrick's from. Anyways, so that was like she did that at maybe Wimbledon or something like that. And so people were like, hey, come on now. I guess they didn't like that she was doing that. And so then it was like a double meaning. She's doing it here because it's like, she's having fun. But then also because,
she was having fun.
Yeah. And then, in Kendrick's song, he mentioned Serena as well because, taking shots at Drake. So pretty fun.
Sure. Shout out Serena. Shout out Drake. Were we shouting out Drake?
For being
redacted.
Well, I think
I had to bleep you there because we had to check out.
Oh, sorry, a PDF file downloader.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the internet way of saying it. Yeah, he's a PDF file downloader.
Yeah. Okay, so is that all you had? Is that all you have on the halftime show? Any more tidbits you've learned? Was it Squid Game? Was it Squid Game?
No, it was not Squid Game.
It
was just saying game over because it was the.
But the icons, bro.
No, and it was icons, but it was not Squid Game. It was like a controller.
Dude, can I tell you something embarrassing that happened to me last night?
Sure.
Okay. So it's really not that embarrassing. It's more disappointing. But I've come to terms with it being okay. So when the first overhead shot of the of Kendrick's set, where like you see like the Squid Game type letters, I say out loud for some people to hear me, that looks like Squid Game. But then like I didn't really get like any reaction. Not that I was expecting laughs, but it was like an observation that I thought people would agree with. And then someone else like, but then it goes like the room's just quiet, and so no one really heard me besides like two people. And then someone like on the other side of the room, which I thought I said it loud enough for him to hear, frankly. So I think he might have yoinked this on me. He said that looks like Squid Game, and like four people go, "Oh yeah, it does."
Oh,
and I was
brutal.
like, I
Brutal.
was so annoyed, but then I realized it wasn't really like if it was like a joke and I was like trying to be funny, it would have been different. But that was just two people making independent observations,
and
I was
incorrect
okay.
one too. It
Yeah,
was the wrong one.
And now he looks like an idiot for thinking it was Squid Game. I would never think that.
Yeah. Well, you did think it first, even.
And even like 30 seconds ago, I did. But anyways,
yeah.
So that was my low point of the night was having that observation stolen from me. Second low point was I guess the game itself. But fun party. Did you have did you have fun? Did you do anything for it or just hang out?
Yeah, so yesterday I went climbing outside for the first time.
Okay, so I was actually asking about the Super Bowl. I don't care about that necessarily.
Can I get to that?
I asked what you did for the Super Bowl.
Yes, so I was climbing outside,
outside.
Pushed up into climbing outside. I had a quick anecdote, if that's okay. Pushed up into the Super Bowl, so I was getting out of climbing.
You're lucky that we're stalling time to get Ginnick on the air.
And then I was
Take your
getting
time.
in the car, and I see a text. It says, "Can you get the queso?" And I said, "I sure can." So I go to HEB, our grocery store here. I basically got there at.
Don't speak down to our audience like they don't know what HEB is. That was embarrassing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I got there.
I've known what it was for like over a year now, so I think our audience also knows what it is.
Let me know when I can finish my story. I'm going to be quiet till then.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I got to HEB as kickoff was occurring. And I don't know if you've ever been to HEB looking for queso as the kickoff of the Super Bowl is happening. It was a war zone in there, man.
Really? As the game was starting?
Dude, it was. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I'm going to get there. Yeah, I'm going to miss the first couple minutes of the game, but it'll be fine because, who's going to be there that last minute? I got flashbanged.
Yeah.
I got flashed.
You did?
No.
That would have been crazy.
I did find the chips and dip. The area of the store was pretty dry, but I managed to get some queso blanco. I believe that's how you say it.
White cheese, okay.
Yep. And so made sure to get that to the gathering. And guess what we had? Guess we had chicken as well. What did we have though? Where from?
Canes?
No, man. Hattie B's.
Really? In Texas?
Yeah. There's a new one here, apparently.
I don't want to gatekeep that, but
good.
that's a Nashville thing. You don't deserve the right to do that.
Okay, well, there's a Torchy's there now. So
yeah, and I'll be honest, it actually is low-key is pretty good. I don't mind it. And I'm going to keep it.
And you're a foodie, and so that your opinion matters on that topic now.
Thank you. So, all that being said, you had a party and you brought cheese to it.
Yeah, and, well, it was mainly just the story was about the adventure to the HEB, which is, by the way, a supermarket in Texas.
In Texas, yeah, we know. Don't worry, we know.
I was just in a blender in there. It was busy. I ended up coming away with some dip, and I got myself a protein shake. So, yeah.
Nice. Well, I hope you had a good night, and I'm glad that you're here today because I have a new segment I want to throw at you and see what your thoughts are on it. As you know, this used to be a debate podcast, and I've kind of been itching for more debating on the podcast. And the reason we don't debate more is it's hard to find a lot of stuff to debate about. But I think I found a cheat code that now gives us a plethora of objects to debate upon. Is that okay with you?
It is, but I would hate to push this back. And I'm not going to because Ginnick just told me 5 minutes. He will be on in 5 minutes.
That's perfect. That's the perfect amount of time because I want to get your thoughts because what I did, and this is a fun little thing that anyone can do now, is you can talk to this new fad in technology called ChatGPT. And
yeah, we've never done this, by the way.
Well, I asked him to give me hot takes. And then, that was wrong of me to say. I asked it to give me hot takes. And then the more excited you are about how hot you want the takes to be, the more hot his takes get. So at first I just asked for hot takes and they were pretty vanilla takes. And then I slowly started to ramp up with him. And I in all caps I asked for
You said him again.
In all caps I asked it for thermonuclear takes, and I'll give you a couple right here. This one was kind of insane. And I don't know what it means. AI will replace most creative jobs and people will need to accept it. Which feels like a threat.
I don't like that coming from AI, I'll be honest.
And
from ChatGPT, that does feel like a threat.
You know what I also don't love about that? I used AI for the creativity of making our debates, and that's what it gave me.
It knows.
In like a weird backward way, it already is taking our job, mine and yours.
And it knows.
It will never. It can never make TikToks like us. By the way, follow us on TikTok @Until We Agree. But yeah, that one felt weird. Here's another one. Social media has done more harm to society than good, but no one will quit. Speaking of, follow us on Instagram @Until We Agree as well. Let me find one that we can actually let me find that we can actually debate on. This one's just kind of funny. Most influencers are one algorithm update away from working at Target.
Why is it so mean?
I went thermonuclear, and the thing is, I stopped here, but it said it can go scorched earth if I want it to. So maybe next week I'll go scorched earth. I need to find what we can actually debate on though. Oh, okay. This one might be okay. Most stand-up comedians aren't funny. They just trauma dump with a microphone.
I would not agree with that.
Fine, I do agree with it then.
Okay. You don't have to.
No, I do.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that because
the good ones don't, but it does say most.
Yeah, I guess. If that's your argument, if your argument is that most being, all the people you've never heard of are just trauma dumping with a microphone, I guess you could make that argument.
Can I put you on to? Can I take you back to New York City when me and you were there together with no one else, just the two of us, a romantic city that for two. We were at the Comedy Cellar, which is a pretty well-known stand-up comedy joint in the city. And one guy, if you remember this one guy absolutely bombed.
Yes.
And
it was New Joke Night, to be fair.
It was New Joke Night. I'm sure he's a good comedian. At the very least, I think he was like a writer for Jimmy Fallon. Like, he's not a bad comedy person. He just his jokes weren't landing.
No.
And what happened immediately when stuff started to go wrong was he started to just get the crowd on his side by making himself look bad.
Yes.
And so it almost feels like maybe what ChatGPT, he, her, or it is saying is that bad comedy is just kind of rooted in people talking about how bad their life is. And I think there's something to that. I think you can evolve beyond that, but maybe ChatGPT is saying that if you want to be good at comedy, you got to do something a little bit different because everyone can do that. And
so what would your suggestion to young comedians be?
I don't Bo Burnham.
Is that a question? Your suggestion to young comedians is Bo Burnham ?
No, that's a statement. No, my suggestion truly is go get out on the streets and go live a little bit. Don't just talk about your trauma. Be like Matt and Tyler and go put yourself in difficult situations and see what comes from it. And then if you want to tell stories, make stories worth telling, like about that chicken dip we had earlier. That's comedy.
That was worth telling too.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we have Ginnick yet?
Ginnick should be getting on here shortly. I think we're gonna get a little cut in. And yeah, we'll be right back with Ginnick. And then I'm gonna when we come back, I'm gonna say go, and then you can splice that together.
Okay, we haven't cut yet, so this is still live.
Well, I'll say go anyways, but they'll know.
J bow bow, chicka chicka.
That'll make more sense to you guys when you listen back.
Dude, Ginnick is already giggling.
Yeah, no, Ginnick. By the way, Ginnick just went to an improv comedy show with Jack McBrayer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I don't
pretty cool.
know who that is, but okay. Are we
Yes,
live?
you do, from
are
30 Rock.
Are
No,
we?
we are live.
Okay.
We're live. And Ginnick has a bone to pick with you. That's what I didn't want to tell you why he's on here. He has a bone to pick with you.
Bro, I
I'll
know
let him
you.
take it away.
I know you said that, but you told me over text like 3 hours ago that he has a bone to pick with me. So you did tell me.
Yeah.
This.
No, but I didn't tell you over what.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
I would
what
like
it is.
to. I would like to pass it over to Ginnick.
Yeah,
And I think
so-
Noah's gonna have the same bone if we ever talk to him again.
Yeah, I'm so nervous to talk to Ginnick.
See, comments like that. It's comments like that.
Oh,
Ever since I was on the podcast, you've been making sly jabs at me. Okay?
okay.
And I'm going to say this.
Say it.
You keep it up, I'm not going to your wedding.
Oh, shoot.
Did we invite you to my wedding?
I believe so.
No, that doesn't sound.
Have invites gone out, Matt?
Yeah,
Have invites gone out?
They've been out for months now. Ginnick.
Oh no!
Then
So
no.
we have a new bone to pick. then.
No.
New bone to pick.
Look, Ginnick, it's just a numbers thing at this point.
Tyler, how many guests are you allowed to bring?
Yeah, Matt. How many guests am I? Best man should 5 to 6
At
guests, I
least. At
Tyler,
least.
Tyler's lucky to get one.
think. Hey,
Lucky.
Honestly, anyone's lucky to get one, especially because Tyler's not married.
Wait,
You know-
Noah, did you get an invite?
No, I didn't.
This is weird, man.
No, why is Noah here?
Hello.
Oh man.
Hey,
Okay.
no-
Yeah, I got the same
The point of
bonus
the-
pick though too. That was disrespectful.
Yeah. No invites. Crazy.
Well,
Now,
wait.
Noah, did you invite Matt to your wedding? I don't remember.
I did, and he didn't reply.
No, I remember it firmly being told I wasn't invited to Noah's wedding.
No.
Wait, what bone do you have to pick, Noah? Because is it the same as Ginnick as you're mad that I'm making sly jabs at you as well?
Yeah, because I see your pre-podcast notes, and it's always something about Noah. What did Noah do wrong? He didn't record the right voice memo. All this stuff. It's disrespectful.
I would argue that my jabs towards Noah are much less sly.
Fair.
I think they're deliberate and intentionally mean. Now, Ginnick, I love Ginnick. I'm sorry that Ginnick perceives my jokes as anything other than that, because Ginnick, I think a turning point in this podcast was when Ginnick came on and got us moving in the right direction as far as improv goes.
What do you have to say about that, Ginnick?
And I think someone like that should be entitled to some compensation.
Ginnick,
Hey, man.
do you understand that we are like negative like $150 and gross
Negative?
profits on this? Yeah, we haven't made $1 on this podcast, and we've only spent money to produce it. I don't think you understand that there's no profit sharing going around here.
What happened with the Longhorn Steakhouse?
They
We're gonna have to bleep that out first of all.
yeah, Blankhorn Blank House did not receive us well, and they will not be heard again on this podcast until they cough up the cold hard cash.
Oh, understood.
But that being said, both of you, Ginnick, because we invited Ginnick on, and then we invited Noah on last second, and Noah he popped on before Ginnick, and Ginnick was scheduled. It's crazy. What did you guys think of the Super Bowl halftime show?
Ginnick can go first.
I thought it was good. It was literally the only I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but when the NFL posted it on YouTube, that's all I watched.
You watched that, okay, and you liked it,
I did,
okay?
and I'll say this: I was kind of not to
Say it.
not to lead the witnesses, but I'm kind of surprised that there are a lot of comments saying that it was boring because I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, and I saw it's that classic, screenshot of everybody's profile picture, and they're all like 90 years old. It's in quotes, like I can't understand what he's saying. So I think that's a lot of it. But so I want to hear Noah's take.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It's the first thing I've retweeted and posted on Twitter in about a year. So I thought it was very, very good. I enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson. He was great. I thought that little bit was good. It was effective. And I liked the end. Game over.
Now, why'd you demean it by saying that little bit?
Because, it was a little bit of a bit.
I thought it was a statement.
Well, I mean,
I felt like
I felt like it
statement.
was a hardcore statement
True.
on America, but hey,
it was a statement, but it's still defined probably as a bit. I mean, he was in a costume.
costume. Now wait a second. My culture is not your costume.
Okay, dude.
He was in a costume. No, it was good. I thought it was good. All the people coming out of the cars. That was pretty sweet.
Just one car.
The-
GNX. Do you know that car?
No, I didn't know what it was. Serena Williams dancing. I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I did.
What was that dance move called, Noah?
I have
Do you know?
I have no idea,
Yeah.
but I swore that was
Get it?
her.
I don't know
Kenny,
either.
do you know that? You don't know what the dance move's called?
No.
Matt, want to take it away?
Oh, that's what we call crip walking.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's what we do on Until We Agree. We learn a thing or two, and you guys learned something about crip walking today. Tyler, anything else you want for Noah and Ginnick?
Did you
Can you
forget
guys
my
do
name?
the Justin Bieber?
Ginnick, I remembered your
Okay.
name. Ginnick. I cut those ands out a lot, Ginnick. I'm not a great talker.
Oh, okay.
I cut those out. You just don't talk
He does
about
stutter. Like, yeah, he stutters quite a bit. It's unbelievable. Can you guys do the Justin Bieber riff? Both of you.
What is
Harmonize, please.
that?
From Baby?
Probably not.
All right,
don't
Matt.
think
Why
so.
don't you lead the way? I'll take one, then
Yeah,
Gary
yeah,
can take one,
just-
then Noah can finish it off.
perfect. In a circle. All right, here we go. Oh.
Did you guys
Tyler?
hear anything? I didn't hear
No.
anything.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, was that too loud?
Yeah,
Oh. Nothing still.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
you
are we
can do that.
doing?
Just
What
pretend-
are we doing?
You should keep
pretend-
doing it.
What are we doing?
You should keep doing it.
Oh,
'Cause-
you guys
'cause we
definitely
can't-
are. You're definitely hearing it. Get out of
No,
it.
we're not.
Are you guys
I
talking
promise we're
behind my
not.
back?
No, we're not. We're not hearing it. I promise we're not.
Okay, just pretend
Whoa,
I did.
whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
Oh.
Dun-dun.
Yeah. All right. Your turn. Yeah, Noah knows. Dun dun.
Oh.
All right. Noah, thank you.
Dun, dun.
All right. Noah hates singing.
Which part are we on? I
And the
couldn't
reason
tell.
we're
I
doing
didn't
that-
hear Matt again.
We're not doing the whole song.
Oh, we're just all and that's it.
Matt can do the entire rap, and we do not want to get there.
No. I don't want to hear that. Save it for the wedding that
I
none
can
of
do
it
it
that only half this podcast is going to be at.
I'd argue a fourth, but yeah.
No, there's two of you. There's four of us. It's half.
I guess I'll be there too. You're right.
It's your wedding.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's telling.
You can't even do math.
This guy's not showing up.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother.
no.
No, but we're gonna end it there. We appreciate you guys coming on. Any last words? You're not dying, but like any final words to the podcast?
I say, editor Matt, cut all that.
Mhm.
All of it.
There's a good
Agreed.
chance. Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
Well, thank you guys.
Thanks for coming
We've
on.
had
This
four
is-
ons. This has been fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep up the good
All
work,
right.
fellas.
Keep up the good
Noah
work.
sounds mad, man.
Everybody
It
listening,
always
drop a
sounds
comment.
Thank you, Gannick.
Yeah,
Thank you.
like and
Thanks,
follow.
Gannick.
All right. Noah doesn't sound as serious about it.
Maybe hey, post a question on Spotify.
Okay. That leads us into Q&A. Thank you guys.
All
All
right,
right.
bye.
We'll see you later. Oh, that was a headache.
That was, hey, some people just should stick to the audience. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's. Yeah. I love how they're
No,
like.
I'm
They're like
joking.
these sly jabs. Okay, we'll get more direct about it. Do better
No,
next
I'm
time.
joking.
No, that
I'm
was like
joking.
no, that was some good stuff. I'm glad.
They were-
It's always
yeah.
good to have them on. They're always fun.
Props to Gannick for throwing out the Justin Bieber riff. Everybody say shame on Noah. Let's dox Noah. We're gonna give you Noah's address, and we want to all write handwritten letters to say shame on you, Noah, and then
Yeah.
as best as you can, write out what you think the Justin Bieber riff looks like in text.
And let's tell everyone his place of work so they can report
Fire
him for
him.
doing something inappropriate in the workplace. Awesome. so Q&A. We got Q&A, right?
Yeah, and I had to double check the Q&A because I'm kind of shocked again this week.
I know. Because no Kim.
Yeah.
That I know. I thought the message was clear to Kim. Please don't stop doing this, or things are gonna happen. But yeah, but the thing is, she even texted me like during the week about the episode, but didn't give any thoughts herself on the comment section, which you can do on Spotify or anywhere. Let us know what you think of the episode on Until We Agree, wherever you find us. But yeah, no Kim, which is a real disappointment. But Ronnie, who dare I say is turning into the new Kim.
Yep.
Ronnie,
which I will say, it wasn't much of a question.
Wasn't much of a question, and Ronnie, whatever it was, has already been answered.
Yep.
Because we're going to do it again. Never do the Justin Bieber riff again. Please. Already done. Maybe we'll put it on loop. I don't know if I have time to edit that because there's already kind of a handful of an episode with these brilliant minds.
Wait, if you can,
yeah.
If you can, right here,
Oh.
where that pause just was.
Okay.
If you heard it, we're done. And we'll do it one more time. I want you to edit all three of us doing it in harmony.
In harmony. Okay.
In perfect harmony.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what that sounded like. So let's play it again.
Oh. No, I don't make me do it. Bro,
it's just copy and paste once you do it the first time.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I just don't have like unlimited time these days. I work for a living. I know you don't understand that, but we're close to making it our full-time job. We only need 200 to 300,000 more followers, and we'll probably do it full-time. So please help us out there. But yeah, we're getting close, and like Tyler always says to end the episode, go ahead, Tyler.
Do I have a catchphrase?
Yeah, you do. Go.
I forgot. Oh, my catchphrase.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yep. That's it.
Gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
You know what your catchphrase would be?
What's that?
It'd be, what's the Looney Tunes guy? That's all, folks.
That just means talking normal, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What are you still doing here? The show's over. Go home.
Whoa.
We'll see you next week.